On a chilly Tuesday morning, February 11, 2025, the world watched as Marc Fogel, an American citizen held captive in Russia for over 3 years, finally touched down on U.S. soil. His release, a beacon of hope amidst the ongoing tensions between the two superpowers, sent ripples through the international community. Fogel, a former diplomat and teacher, had been imprisoned in Russia on drug charges, a case that many, including the U.S. government, viewed as politically motivated. His unexpected return, facilitated by a prisoner swap negotiated under the Trump administration, sparked a flurry of questions about its implications for U.S. Russia relations and the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. Could this be a sign of a potential thaw in the icy relations between the two nations, or was it merely a calculated move in a much larger geopolitical chess match? As Fogel reunited with his overjoyed family on American soil, the world held its breath, eager to decipher the true meaning behind his sudden release. The image of Fogel's emotional reunion with his loved ones, beamed across television screens worldwide, served as a powerful reminder of the human cost of political standoffs. It underscored the plight of individuals caught in the crosshairs of global power struggles, often used as pawns in a high-stakes game of diplomatic maneuvering. The world watched, captivated, as Fogel's story unfolded, a poignant tale of international intrigue, political maneuvering, and the enduring power of hope. Fogel's ordeal began in August 2021, when he was apprehended at Moscow's Sheremetyevo airport. His crime? Possession of a small quantity of medical marijuana, prescribed to him for chronic pain. Despite his insistence that the cannabis was for personal medical use, Russian authorities slapped him with a hefty 14-year prison sentence. This harsh punishment, widely seen as disproportionate to the offense, raised immediate red flags, with many suspecting ulterior motives behind the Kremlin's actions. Fogel's arrest came at a particularly fraught time in U.S. Russia relations. Tensions were already soaring high following Russia's annexation of Crimea in 2014, and its alleged interference in the 2016 U.S. presidential election. The arrest of an American citizen, particularly on what appeared to be trumped-up charges, further inflamed the already volatile situation. Fogel became an unfortunate pawn in a larger geopolitical game, his fate entangled with the complex web of political maneuvering between two global superpowers. For over 3 years, Fogel languished in a Russian penal colony, his hopes for freedom dwindling with each passing day. The harsh conditions of his imprisonment, coupled with the uncertainty surrounding his fate, took a heavy toll on both him and his family. His loved ones back home waged a tireless campaign for his release, appealing to both the U.S. and Russian governments to secure his freedom. Their pleas, however, seemed to fall on deaf ears, lost in the deafening roar of geopolitical tensions. The unexpected breakthrough in Fogel's case came in late 2024, with the election of Donald Trump to a second, non-consecutive presidential term. Trump, known for his unconventional approach to foreign policy and his penchant for deal-making, made Fogel's release a top priority of his administration. He dispatched his special envoy to the Middle East, Steve Witkoff, to Moscow to negotiate directly with the Kremlin. This marked the first visit by a high-ranking U.S. official to Russia since the outbreak of the Ukraine war, signaling a potential shift in U.S. policy towards engagement with the Kremlin. Trump, a master of the art of the deal, approached the negotiations with his signature blend of pragmatism and assertiveness. He recognized the strategic value of securing Fogel's release, not only as a humanitarian gesture, but also as a potential stepping stone towards broader diplomatic engagement with Russia. The timing of the release, coinciding with heightened tensions over the war in Ukraine, fueled speculation that Trump was leveraging Fogel's case as a bargaining chip in a broader geopolitical strategy. The details of the prisoner swap that ultimately secured Fogel's freedom remain shrouded in secrecy. However, sources close to the negotiations suggest that Trump agreed to release a high-profile Russian national held in U.S. custody in exchange for Fogel's return. This quid pro quo arrangement, while common in international diplomacy, further fueled speculation about the potential motives behind Fogel's release. Was this a genuine gesture of goodwill by the Kremlin? Or was it a calculated move to secure the release of a valuable asset held by the U.S.? Fogel's release, while undoubtedly a cause for celebration, has sparked intense debate about its broader implications for U.S.-Russia relations and the ongoing war in Ukraine. Some experts view it as a sign of a potential thaw in the icy relations between the two superpowers, a small but significant step towards dialogue and diplomacy. They point to the resumption of high-level contact between Washington and Moscow, albeit limited, as evidence of a potential shift in the geopolitical landscape. Others, however, remain skeptical, interpreting Fogel's release as a calculated move by both sides to advance their own strategic interests. They argue that the Kremlin, facing mounting pressure from Western sanctions and bogged down in a costly war in Ukraine, may be seeking to exploit any opportunity to drive a wedge between the U.S. and its European allies. They view Fogel's release as a low-cost concession designed to sow discord within the Western alliance and potentially weaken support for Ukraine. The true significance of Fogel's release remains to be seen. Whether it marks the beginning of a new chapter in U.S.-Russia relations or simply a fleeting moment of détente in a long-running saga of mistrust and animosity is yet to be determined. One thing, however, is certain. Fogel's case serves as a stark reminder of the human cost of geopolitical rivalries and the urgent need for dialogue and diplomacy in a world teetering on the brink.